The UK government has formally accused China, once again, of being behind what is called malicious cyber campaigns against members of parliament and the Electoral Commission. 2 people and a company have been sanctioned in terms of they're not allowed to travel to the UK, they're not allowed to conduct business in the UK, and so on and so forth. Unfortunately, they have not been able to produce any hard evidence or facts on their accusation. And this is in lockstep with the US doing the same thing against Chinese companies and Chinese individuals. What happened in this instance is certainly not an isolated incident. This has been continuous for quite some time. It is all part of a scheme to vilify China and vilify the Chinese people. Unfortunately, this is certainly not very good in the long term. Now, what's interesting, as a friend of mine from the UK, from London, had written me, he said that this government, this UK administration, is a dying administration, is trying anything and everything to create havoc, to cause trouble, to get eyeballs in the press. And that is the same bunch of people who ruined the UK by pressing Brexit years ago. It's quite amazing how angry he became when he saw this happen. And he's described these people pushing this line as idiots. I think it's really unfortunate that the UK is going down this track of lockstep with the US in trying to vilify China, locks up in the US in making false or totally false or no evidence-based accusations against China, just for their own political purposes, for their own domestic political needs. This is certainly not in the longer-term interests of the UK. It's certainly not going to improve relations between China and the UK. It's not going to enhance the economic collaboration between the 2 sides. And this is what UK really desperately needs. Inflation continues to be high. The economy is not doing well. And after Brexit, the economic and financial relationship with Europe has also not been very stellar. So what do? You create trouble with the only party that, on the economic front, that may potentially be able to be helpful, namely China. So I think my friend from the UK is right to describe them as idiots. It's suicidal.